morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope everyone is good. It's Saturday and it's the morning, and I'm all confused because I never stream in the morning. So I've already said good afternoon to Chang and realised that it is actually still the morning. But I hope everyone's well. Sorry for the radio silence. We've had a really manic few days, so haven't been able to do a show. But today we will make up for that. Cuba, big up Jim and his lovely assistant Kim. Yeah, apparently my new name is Kim. So big up Cuba for that comment. Jimbo, how are you doing on this fine Saturday morning?
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Love it. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. Wish it was today.
Good.
Is it nice that we all want more Spurs? The more we get, the better.
Exactly that. And Mr. Chang, how are you doing?
I am doing very well here in Malacca, the historical city of Malaysia. Just had my dinner here with my family, and we are now winding down, getting ready for the long night. But for me, the day has just started, and I really cannot wait to get into this show today, where I'm sure we'll be speaking slightly on the post Europa League win, as well as the upcoming weekend's fixtures and also our predictions as well.
Yep, we will do.
Where's the rat man?
Nick, see you later, rat. Nick is on his way home and it will be 5 minutes late. You know what big time's like. He works on his own time. What can we say? He's a diva. But Tigara's become a new member. I think he's renewed his membership, actually. But big up, Tigara. Good to see you. Not seen you for a little while. Hope you're well. Kuva again with his comment. Big up Jim and his lovely assistant, Kim. I've been called worse, but there you go. All right, my lovelies. Big up, Graham. Big up, Chang as well from Kuva. Good morning. I'm not going to get used to this. Good morning, Drew Lala. Lovely to see you on a Saturday morning as well. Shemtan says, morning, Princess Kate, said Jimbo. Hope you're both good today. And the youngest looking old man, Mr. Chang. Hope you're happy and healthy too. Good to see you, Shem. Johnny Bethnal Green's in the house. Morning, sweetheart, and Jimbo, a proper geezer. And Chang, morning, Johnny. Make sure everyone goes over and has a look at Johnny's videos. They're very, very funny. But thank you for the
very entertaining.
They are. But thanks for the shout out today, Johnny. Appreciate it. Lovely. Tigaro says, morning, lovely, and Jimbo and Mr. Chang. Morning to you too, Tigaro. Good to see you. There will be a members show next week for sure. We're here for a couple of weeks, so I'm trying to work it. It's just been crazy, isn't it, Jimbo? Trying to fit. There's not enough hours in the day at the minute.
We can see. I need a haircut. I need a shave.
Yeah, I need a shave. But yeah, it's all been a bit crazy. What Mr. Chang meant is Mummy and Daddy made him dinner and said he has no school tomorrow, so you can stay up and play with your online friends.
I need to correct you. There's actually, Mr. Shemtan, you're not too far from the truth. It's my mother-in-law that got me dinner. So I can't tell if you can see this. This here is chicken soup. This is leftover chicken soup, which I'm still finishing. There's some chicken stock, potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, and I think there's some red beans in here as well. So it's my mother-in-law. She's a fantastic cook. She has been cooking a lot for my wife, her daughter, and also my own daughters, her granddaughters. And yeah, this is one of the best places on earth for me to spend the weekends, where I can do this show uninterrupted. No disruption to my internet connectivity, and I get to spend time with my family, and I have dinner with them, and it's going to be a fantastic weekend for all of us.
Lovely job, Leia. Look lovely, that soup. Druda said she's watching the under-18s against Man U, and we're winning 3-0, 29 minutes in. Nice to see Man United are a shambles from top to bottom. LTL, big up to you, Jose. Said, morning panel and friends in the chat. On a train approaching London to partake in our annual Fantasy League auction. We are in our 26th year and will be held in a boozer in King's Cross. Oh, interesting. That sounds like fun. Don't get too drunk, Jose. Be good. And if you can't be good, be careful and don't get caught. Big up Angus. Says, morning, Kate and Jimbo. I saw you was having fun the other day winding someone up, Kate. When was that? I'm always winding someone up. But yeah, let me know when that was. Because I'm a bit partial to winding people up. Big up to Marlon. Hey, top of the table, Kate. Wonderful Jimbo and the great Chang. Lovely to see Marlon. I was watching the prediction videos this morning on Irish Hotspur. Big up Dave and Jack every time.
What a nice man you are, Marlon.
I said to Jim, I love Marlon. He's such a nice guy. So good to see you, Marlon. Hope you're well. Johnny says you've made him hungry now, Chang. Mr. Chang, yes, the nicest young man he is. Oh, box office, yeah. Less I say about that, the better. Morning, AJ. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you. Mr. Nick, big time, will be here soon. Obviously, at 12:30, Palace versus Liverpool kicks off. But I thought we would, like Chang actually predicted, have a little recap about the game on Thursday, where Spurs won 2-1 against
Ferencvaros.
Ferencvaros, whatever you say. I've heard so many people say it in so many different ways. I'm just going to call them Ferren. But Jimbo, what was your thoughts on the game? The youngsters coming in.
Well, I predicted 5-0, and when I saw the team, I thought, wrong prediction for sure. Because it went exactly how I thought it would go. I thought we would struggle to get into the game, which they kind of did. It took them a good 20 minutes. Just like once they got the goal, they seemed to settle down a bit. But they were a decent team, Kate. They were better than the bin bags.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they played some good football. Their goal was magnificent. The goal they scored was he's meant to be really good, their striker. But he's been injured. He's been out injured for a long time. But I mean, it was a good game, good exciting game. Nice to see the youngsters in there. I thought Moore did particularly well. Feel a bit sorry for Gray because I've seen a few people say that they don't think he's ready for the Premier League. I just think it's you heard Ange say because he comes from, if you've watched his interview, he said that because he comes from a footballing family. He's got like three or four generations in his family of football. That he knows football very well. That's why he can play in so many positions. But I think it was a bit tough for him. Where he was out on the left, wasn't he? It was a little bit tough for him. I think he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he had a terrible game.
No, he didn't. He didn't, Kate. No,
Yeah.
You're right. He didn't have a terrible game, but I think we're starting. We're expecting too much from him being in different positions. But I would like to see him in the midfield. I really would, and see him get a little run in there and see what he can do. But I'm not going to be one that's going to jump on the bandwagon and say that he's not ready yet because I don't think we've seen enough of him and in his right position. So. Obviously, his best two positions is in the middle and right back. So, let's see. Let's persevere with him. We persevered with Brennan, and look at him now. He's delivering. So let's persevere. I don't think Bergville had a fantastic game. He did all right, but I think people will probably be expecting a little bit more from him. But look, it's all about. I said this a long time ago. It's all about Ange integrating them right. And I think Ange is exactly the right man to do that. He's not going to overdo it with them, and he's not going to expect too much from them. And he's going to put them in at the right games and introduce them into games at the right time. So I think that we're lucky to have a guy like Ange looking after them because he's been around football for a long time and he's worked with a lot of different teams, some teams with quite a few youngsters in. So he worked with the youth at Australia. So I think he knows what he's doing. So I think just leave it up to Ange and he'll integrate them right and we'll get the best out of them.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Mikey Moore looked an absolute sensation. I really have got massive.
He's going to be a superstar, mate.
Yeah, for this kid, I think he looks really good. Chang, what did you make of Europe, the European game, and was there anyone who stood out for you on the night?
Well, I think I have nothing much to add actually with regards to our European game, but there are two very big important talking points, and one of them was actually supplied by Mr. James earlier, and that's with regards to how our youngsters fared on their travels at Budapest in Hungary. Regardless of whether any of these youngsters, whether we feel or we think they are ready or they are unprepared or they are just not cut out for it, I would leave it to Big Ange to make the final call if and whether these youngsters are ready on the day. Because he has seen them in training, he knows what's going through their development, their progress, their integration with the senior squad. And I would also like to take this opportunity to let the fans know that we as Spurs fans, we have our responsibility to back the lads regardless of how poor they may be doing, regardless of how out of form or just not fit for the team, because we can ill afford another Brennan Johnson, whereby, you know, these young players, they get into their head that they'll never be ready, they'll never make the grade, or they won't ever break into the senior squad, which I think is unfair to them, given how young they are. And there were very, very promising signs, put it this way, on Thursday night when we ran out 2-1 winners. I would have very much liked to keep a clean sheet, our third consecutive clean sheet in all competitions. That was the one downer that really bugged me that night, even more so than Timo Werner's miss. I mean, looking at Werner's last two competitive matches against United at Old Trafford and also against Ferencváros in Budapest, I am now actually taking a liking to Mikey Moore ahead of Werner tomorrow at the Amex Stadium against Brighton. I know we are going to speak about this in further detail as the show progresses when we preview the weekend. But yeah, Timo Werner is. I may try to be very patient, very realistic, but I think it's starting to get on my nerves now, Timo Werner, and the chances that have gone begging. Wow, I mean, how many more of these chances can he afford to just let slip? It's only a matter of time, really, before even Timo Werner, on however much he's on right now, his wages, he's going to lose that rotational spot to Mikey Moore at this rate.
Yeah, look, we've got to touch on this guy, Jimbo. Look, I didn't think, again, I think Werner, he gets in some good positions. He does some okay crosses. He's just shot to pieces of confidence in front of goal. And this is spot on what Johnny Bethnal Green says. I don't think the booze helped Werner's mind. I mean, he just so desperately, I know I say it every stream and I'm going to keep saying it till it happens. He desperately needs a goal, whether it's a lucky deflection off someone's eyeball. I don't care what it is. He just needs a goal. But, I mean, Jim, do you think Ange perseveres with him tomorrow? Do you think there's a chance that he doesn't start him and he puts more in his place?
Well, I think a lot of it depends on Sonny. I don't think Sonny's going to be ready by listening to Ange this morning. I don't think he's going to be ready for the game. Look, Werner's a funny one for me because he frustrates the hell out of me. Right, I'm not one, you know me, Kate. I'm not going to slag him down. Morning, Paddy.
Good morning, my favourite scumbags. Morning, Paddy.
Morning, Paddy. It's frustrating because I watch him play and he does work hard. He done a lovely little flick the other day for Spence, and Spence run onto it down the line, and he does do some good things, and he gets himself into some really good positions, and he's definitely got a football brain. There's no argument about that. He's been around a long time, and I can see a lot of people can't, but I can see if we can get the best out of him, he's going to be a big asset for us. But I think you're right, Kate. I think he needs a goal. I can't see where it's coming from.
I know.
I don't agree that he's not a footballer. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I think that he can play football. And I think some of his runs are fantastic. And he gets in some great positions to score, but just can't. But look, what's his guy's name? Thomasin, right? He's not a bad footballer because if you watch him, he can play football and he gets in some great positions and he gets. I mean, how many people have you seen have one-on-ones as many times as in this season? I bet you there's not anyone. Right, yeah, but all right, Kate, this is what I'm saying to you, right? I mean, the guy I've watched.
I was joking.
I've watched all his goals, and he's scored goals that have been off the planet, right? So I just think he needs a bit of confidence and to put the ball in the back of the net. But he's one of the most frustrating players that's ever played for Tottenham for me. You know, he should have put one. He's had 3 1-on-1s, and he should have put one of them away. So I mean, it's not. Ange seems to like him. He obviously sees something in training he likes about him, but I can't see if Ange wants to win stuff. I can't see him persevering with him for too much longer if he doesn't start putting the ball in the net. You can't keep getting chances like he's getting and not put them away. You know, if you put other people in his position, if you'd have put more there and you'd have had them chances, he'd at least got 1 out of the 3. If you'd have put Sonny in there, he'd have probably got 3 out of 3. So I don't know how long he's going to persevere with him.
The thing is, Jim, let's be honest. When he was playing for Chelsea,
He's not trash. That's a harsh word to use for a professional footballer. You know, and he's won a Champions League, Premier League, so he's not trash.
All I did when he played for Chelsea was laugh at him because he was always offside. He always missed sitters. He was, and Angus is right. When he was scoring in the Bundesliga, what happened to that player? You don't become a bad player overnight, and that's why I think it was. I don't know if it was. No, it wasn't Paddy. It was Johnny from Tottenham on Tour put on X that he needs a psychologist because it's like he's built up this barrier. And I know that it might sound a bit sort of over the top, but I do think he needs something because, like I say, you don't become a bad player overnight.
Right. What I'm going to say here, Kate, right, is the thing about the thing about missing chances like he's missing, right? Yeah, he's low in confidence and trying hard. That's the way I'd put it. The thing is, though, right, Kate, the Premiership's unforgiving, right? Now we want to win the Premier League. Let's not get nothing wrong here. And said 4th is not good enough. He wants to win the Premier League. Now, if you've got someone like Werner in there, right, who I think gets in some fantastic positions, he really does. If he's not putting it in the back of the net, we're going to end up. It hasn't cost us him missing so far because we've won the games that he's missed, right? But it's going to end up costing us in the long run. And in the Premiership's unforgiving. You can't have that. You need someone who is going to put it in the net.
Yeah. I mean, Kuva's right. Werner isn't a goal scorer, but he's played as one. You wouldn't pick a keeper who can't save shots and then pick up his distribution. Marlon says, what about Delhi? Should we just bring him back because what he did years ago? Yeah, I get it. I think everybody is at the end of their tether with him. And I get it because those chances are going to end up costing us, those chances that he's missing.
Yeah.
As Paddy said, you'll see in the next few games of more. He will start Werner tomorrow, but game by game while Sonny's out, you'll see more start ahead of him. I mean, AJ's got a good point. Never mind Werner and Moore. The biggest question is, do we drop that Johnson fellow? He's rubbish, so I've heard. Listen, everyone who knows how much I love Johnson. He's my little adopted son in my little mind.
To answer your question, right, I would start Moore over Werner tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
That's the question you asked me.
Chang, Johnson's literally not only proved the haters wrong, he shoved it right down their throats and out their backsides because he's just on fire at the minute.
And I think it's such a Spursy thing for some quarters of fan base to then come out and say, oh, the only reason why he's got 5 in 5 now is because of the opposition that we're playing against. We're playing against Karabakhs, we're playing against Coventry Cities, we're playing against Ferencvaroses, we're playing against the worst United squad in the modern Premier League era. We got very lucky that Brentford didn't capitalize on their opener with inside 30 seconds, things like this. I mean, come on. Even Werner can't even score 1 in that 5. Johnson has 5 in 5. What does that tell you about him?
Yeah.
If people are still dead set on putting him down, on belittling him, on trying to push their negativity agenda, I mean, I think sports is not for you because Johnson, for me, much like Kulusevski and also Van der Ven, he is going to be one of the very first names on that team sheet come tomorrow. Of this, you can bet your bottom dollar. Kulusevski, Johnson, Van der Ven, Vicario, maybe even Madison or Bentancur if they are fit, if they are available. Because I saw them come on as substitutes in the second half on Thursday night. So I think Johnson, he has to keep up this streak, or rather his form. He might not score tomorrow, but if he can even grab an assist or even put in a decent shift, then he will go into the mini international break full of confidence. But for me right now, much like what I've been saying all along about Kulusevski and Maddison and even Romero too, to a certain extent, that's consistency. That is the keyword for all of these players. You can be good in purple patches, much like how Richarlison was scoring too. If you remember, that's a few months, sometime between Christmas and February of this year. But if you don't keep up the consistency, then come end of the season, it will not add up too much. But for Johnson, I'm liking what I'm seeing. More of the same from him, please, tomorrow. And it will be something of a juggling act now by Big Ange. Should he play Johnson only in the league? Should he rest him for domestic cups? Should he try and rotate him for the Europa away games? I think with our current squad, especially when we look at our Will Langshire's, our Bergvalls, our Mikey Moores, even Jet Spence, and also Sergio Reguilon, if he has an outside chance, I think the rotation is going to be good for all of them. But for Johnson, I think he needs that consistency. If he can get even more game time after our mini international break, I think this is going to be a make or break season for him. Because if he is to be a surefire starter for many seasons to come, then he really has to not only silence all the doubters and haters and critics, but he also has to prove to Big Ange that he's that one player who can actually win us trophies and silverwares in seasons to come.
Yeah, I agree. Johnson needs to stay consistent now. Can't go off it, or they'll have fans saying he's crap again. I know there's just no patience, is there, with football?
The thing with Werner and Johnson, right? I can get my head round. I'll use Coover as an example because I know he won't get offended because we're mates. But I've seen people like Coover put Werner down, right? Saying he's rubbish and that, which I understand, right? I can't get my head around that because we've seen it at Chelsea and now we're seeing it at Tottenham. He's not doing fantastic. But Johnson, I couldn't get my head around that, Kate, because he did well at Forest. He come to us and he had a bit of a lull, right? Which to me is understandable, right? That he didn't just come in and slot in. And some players, it takes a little bit of time. And I couldn't get my head around people jumping on the bandwagon with Johnson. They didn't give him enough time. You know, sometimes you've got to sit back, take a step back, and think, right, like he's a new kid here. And he is a kid. I don't care what anyone says. 23, you're still very young, right? Give the guy a chance to bed in, learn the system, learn his players. You know, it's a whole new environment.
And that Kim Bird.
So I didn't really get my head around that, but he's coming good, and I saw Coover right, and I saw somebody else right. That he needs to be consistent now. But look, yes, you're 100% right, but he's showing what he can do. So let's hope it continues, which I think it will. The boy can play football. You know, I knew it was in there, and a few other people knew it was in there. Me and Steve D had a big chat about it, and we both agreed that we thought there was a footballer in there. It just needs a little bit of time. And look what he's doing now. And I don't care who you score against. You're a goal scorer, right? You're there to score goals. So score against who's put in front of you. And that's exactly what he's done. Can't ask no more.
Big up, Mr. Skinny. Nick is here. Where have you been? I suppose you're late because you've been running and swimming and...
Kids, man, honestly, they're doing my freaking head in. They're like asking me to order something on Shein. I've gone to order it. Something's missing. I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand this crazy, stupid website. Yeah. Oh, it's sold out. And this is this. And this is that. And this is everything. So, Shein, I'm coming for you next. You're my target.
Shein. That's where Amelia
apparently I'm targeting everyone. So, there you go. What can I say? So, no, I've not gone swimming yet. I'm going swimming in an hour. So, my apologies for being late, but it's not my fault.
We'll let you off. we was just talking about, well, we've talked about the European game. We've talked about Werner. We've talked about Johnson. We've talked about, I don't know, I think that's pretty much all we've talked about. But someone did ask this question, Nick, but I'm going to ask you first what you made of the game, the European game.
Yeah, look, for me, I think it was the youngsters got experience. It wasn't the greatest performance, but we got the win. So, but you know, let's all move on to hate Archie Gray now because he's the next target. So, so what can I say? That's the next next target. No, Marlon, we're not going to talk about Jed Spence because I know this is you. I'm not biting. Yeah. Let's talk about how we don't have a backup right back and we sold Emerson Royale. We'll talk about that, but we're not going to talk about Jed Spence. Look, again, two cameo performances. He's done well. We need to see it over the course of the season. You can only play what's in front of you when we're talking about Johnson and Solanke scoring. So let's see Jed do this for the rest of the season. Then I will apologise to Marlon. I will be in the mud for Brennan Johnson. I don't have a problem. But at the end of the day, for some reason, we have to find fault with something.
Correct.
So let's not find fault with anything. I would say Son's looks like his injury looks more serious than first thought. So Werner's going to play because Wilson Odegaard's injured. They're not going to play Mikey Moore every single game. He may come off the bench. I'll be surprised if he starts tomorrow. But so let's just go with what we've got. Let's not go crazy and try and find, you know, I mean, if it's 5 degrees and the rain's at like 10 mile an hour and the wind's at 15 mile an hour and all that, we just find negatives for the sake of being negative. What is the point in being negative? And people will say, oh, we're being critical. We're allowed to be critical. That's fine. But find some positives because there are positives in this football team. We've gone 5 in 5. Johnson scored 5 in 5. Solanke scored 3 in 4. Well, we won't really. He only came on for not long. But look, Brennan came on. The shot he hit the bar. Come on. What more do we want? We can't win 10-0 every week. So, I mean, 1 week will be nice, but we can't win 10-0 every week. But let's just enjoy it. Enjoy the wins. Let's just be sure, you know, we're going to see what's going on. And look, we could sit there and say Bergvall didn't play that well. This person didn't play that well. So look, exactly. Just we can go today 6 in 6. We've had our best winning run in all competitions in 3 years. But anyway, if I speak, let's just say then I'll get accused of all sorts. So
someone's put an interesting question in here, Quincy. Jimbo, do you think Van de Ven will move up the pitch as his career progresses?
No, I think he'll move up with the high line, that's for sure. But that's the only moving up here, though. I think that he's fantastic in his position. Why would you move him? He does it. He does both jobs anyway. He assists, he scores, and he defends. I mean, he's what a player he is. What a player we got on our hands there. We should every now and again we get a player that's a generational talent, and I think we've got one there for sure.
Yeah,
he's just he's going to go down. I think if he stays with us, I'd actually, if I was in charge of Tottenham, I would tie him down to an 8-year contract and quadruple his money.
I'd tie him down and do very naughty things to him if I could, but you know, that's going down a completely different road. Does anyone think that he'll move up the pitch, or do we think that he'll stay where he is?
You got a little bit red there, darling.
Hey, man, I was thinking of Van de Ven tied to a bed. That's what it is. Jane don't know what to say.
I will say this about Van de Ven. I can't see him doing a Trent Alexander-Arnold there are some defenders, much like say Eric Dyer at one point. If he was that good in defense, then he can progress further up the pitch as a defensive midfielder, or even as a center midfielder. But for Van der Ven, I would say let him develop, let him evolve in that left centre back role of his. If he really is that good, maybe put him in left wing back or left back if we need to, rotate. If Ben Davies doesn't cut it anymore, down at left back. But for now, rather than push these players out of position, let's just keep them where they are, because the old proverb still remains when it comes to Spurs: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly that. Now, Schizo, is this really going to happen? Let's be honest, Spurs are getting relegated and Van der Ven will join Arsenal next season. Is that going to happen though, really? Do you really believe that? I
Funny
think you
though.
need to go to the doctors.
Made me smile when I saw it. It's quite
the
amusing.
delusion is real. Rinketic says, in my opinion, Mickey isn't good enough on the ball or heading, so CDM would be a bad idea. Graham says Van der Ven does move up the pitch, usually at 120 mile an hour, flying past 6 United players. Oh, look, 2 Arsenal fans said it at the same time. Sol Campbell 2.0, let's go.
I'll turn it. Sorry, what? Right. I'm going on a rant here.
Nick, please watch your rants because they end up getting us in trouble.
No.
Diplomatic.
It doesn't get you into trouble, Jim. It doesn't get you. This one's not going to get you into trouble. The last one shouldn't have got you into trouble, but obviously
it never got us in trouble. Just I'm going to say something about that later.
Anyway. So can we stop comparing players from generations, right? Because you cannot compare a player from 2024 to a player from 2010 to 1990 to 1980. What are we doing here? We comparing Pele to Messi? I mean, how can you compare it? It's completely different times. You're completely different from sports psychologists, the pitches, the kit, the fitness, everything else, right? So why are we doing this? You can compare now. If you want to compare, let's compare Højlund with Solanke. Højlund's crap. Solanke's scoring. Rashford, Crashford. Yeah, you can compare them now. If you want to compare, who should we compare next? If you want to compare Vicario to Onana, that's what you should compare because they're there, they're now there. What are you going to do? Compare Vicario or Raya to freaking Buffon? No, because it's completely different. So stop. Whoa. Exactly, Paddy. We compare Royale to Jed Spence. Royale, baller.
Do you know what, Nick? Nick, let me interrupt you there, right? And say, why would Arsenal fans want Van der Ven when they think that they've got the best 2 centre-backs in the world? Yeah. So why would they want Van der Ven? Because all I hear from Arsenal is that they've got the best 2 centre-backs in the world.
They haven't got the best 2 centre-backs.
They think they have. So why would they want Van der Ven?
Because you cannot compare. How can you compare someone that will go out and eat a burger and pizza, right? A burger and pizza, yeah, and smoke 20 cigarettes before going on the pitch to someone that has everything cooked, prepared, everything done for them. You cannot compare. And why am I compared to Father Christmas? Because I keep giving out gifts or what?
Well, there we go. That's Nick's rant of the day. But it is true. Every time, it's like every player gets compared to Saka. Foden gets compared to Saka. So-and-so gets compared to so-and-so. It's just a bloody nightmare.
Saka hobbles. Foden doesn't hobble. So how are you comparing them? Even that, just on that argument. Saka hobbles in the 87th minute. We know it's going to happen. I don't see Foden hobbling around like Saka does. Come on, people. What are we doing here? Compare the players in their positions now, not...
What I would say to that, Tigaro, is I think Gabriel's been better than Saliba.
100%. And he's scoring. Gabriel's scoring.
Yeah, exactly. But there we go. That's Van der Ven or Jan Vertonghen.
We can't compare. It's the wrong era. Jan Vertonghen had Toby next to him. I don't. And then what are we going to do? Oh well, it's Toby and Jan 2.0. No.
I think they're very, very similar. It's just Van der Ven's got the added pace, but we haven't got we haven't seen enough of Van der Ven to even compare them anyway. But yeah, Nick should definitely do the Go Compare advert because he does.
Vindaloo, do you believe we have the best defence? No, Vindaloo. We and Arsenal have the best defence because we and Arsenal have conceded the same amount of goals. So we both have the best defence.
There we go. Nick's had a rant. He's only been on the show for 10 minutes and he's had a rant.
I'm sorry if I offended anyone, but don't go and send it to other people and put it all over social media.
Do you know, Nick's exactly right though. We've got the same record as Arsenal so far this season, so they're the best two defences in the league at the minute.
Yep. Coover's first message of the day was this, Nick. Big up Jim and his lovely sister Kim.
Miss Kim.
I've been called that all day by Coover. But anyway.
Coover said that his son hasn't got a Twitter account. It's probably my fault.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing the Lord's work. What can we say? Let's face it, Ledley King kicks all their asses. Don't compare.
Comparing.
Yes.
Any questions about players, I'm not answering from this point forward. I am not comparing. I can't even speak. I'm that frustrated by it. So if anyone asks me a question, I will just say it's best not to speak because I don't want to go into a rant.
No, you can speak.
Do we know how many?
I'm not answering that question, but I don't want you to get offended, whether that's someone in the chat or that's someone on the panel. I don't want you to get offended and take my words misconstrued and make a mountain out of a molehill. That's what I don't want you to do. That's what I'm saying.
Nick, do you know how many views your viral video has yet?
Oh, piss off, Angus. Fuck. I don't know, Angus. I think it was left on 1.9 million because obviously I have my new one now. I have a new viral video that was the See You Later rap, which is the new viral video. So I'm sure there'll be another viral video going on. But yeah, Ben, I'm sure you've all seen it. I haven't got it here. Ben, after my appearance on We Are Tottenham TV, we digress, but the story's good. So after my appearance on We Are Tottenham TV, when Bruno got sent off, I said in the calmest of voices, see you later, rap, to Bruno. Ben Kaufman then made a T-shirt. We now have a GIF. An actual GIF. So we like bringing the stakes up here.
The funny thing was that when he got sent off, the first thing I said to Jim, I went, "See you later, rat." I said the same thing because he is a rat. But yeah, big up to James. What a night for Villa beating Bayern Munich the other night. Really delighted for you. Our best friend is a Villa fan, so yeah, Villa are well punching above their weight at the minute, and good luck to them. When's the TikTok dance coming out?
Oh, Angus, mate, I'm a busy man, right? What can I say? Right, I'll be honest. North London derby, I was pretty drunk. So that didn't happen then. I haven't had time in my busy schedule. I mean, look, I was late today. My secretary needs to be sacked. So if anyone wants to be my secretary, then just send me a message. And there's no payment, but the one at the moment is in the crap job. And this week and next week, it's just very busy. So maybe after the international break or during the international break, when there's not a lot going on, and I get some time to put aside, because I want to give it justice. I don't want to give you a half-hearted little TikTok with a bit of a dance and that's it. I want to give you the full work. So yeah, I mean, it'll probably just be half-assed and that'll be it. So I'm bigging it up here, but it will go viral. You'll all laugh at it, and that's all that matters. So
Coover says, do you only compare identical things, Nick? I'm going to compare Chunky Happy Nick to Slimline Angry Nick because they're from different eras.
Well, that's it, Coover. What can I say?
Well, I'm going to go for our predictions because we've already done them. But the first game kicks off in 20 minutes.
19
just under
minutes.
20 minutes. 19 minutes. I think we've all done. Oh, no, we haven't. Jimbo's done Liverpool to win 3-1 away. Chang's done Liverpool to win 2-1 away from home. I've done Liverpool to win 3-2 away from home. And Nick, you've gone for a draw.
What was it? 1-1 did I go or 2-2?
Yeah, for Palace to get a draw. Any reasoning behind that?
Yeah, I just think that Liverpool. I watched the Liverpool game. When was it? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I watched the Liverpool game Wednesday. As much as they're good going forward, they've still got their frailties at the back. And I just think that a 12:30 kickoff, no one's ever good on a 12:30 kickoff. So now probably it'll be like a 6-0 or something stupid. But away from home, Palace are never easy at home. So yeah, I guess look, I just think that there could be a bit of an upset. We saw it the other week with Nottingham Forest. So you never know. And also, I forgot to do my fantasy team, or I think I forgot to do my fantasy team. And oh no, I did do my fantasy team. I did do it. I brought Luis Diaz in, and the knobhead's on the bench. So that just goes to show that I'm in the mud. So. I should have, and I've chosen Saka as captain, which will please Vindaloo and Angus. But then I realised I shouldn't have chosen Saka, and it's just all a little bit silly. I've had a bit of a mare, so yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think. So
yeah, well, the next game on the list was Arsenal Southampton, which Willsey messaged me and said, "Is there something he doesn't know?" Because Jimbo's done Arsenal to win 5-0, and I've done Arsenal to win 6-0. Nick's done them to win 4-0, and Chang's done them to win 2-0. Jimbo, I can't understand why any Arsenal fan would question that. Southampton are dreadful.
Well, I fucking, when we play Arsenal, I predict Spurs to win 5-0. So if you back your team, then you think there's going to be a good scoreline, and I think Southampton are a team that Arsenal can beat 5-0. So I don't know why any Arsenal fan would even hesitate at that sort of scoreline.
I was listening to Martin Keown and Troy Deeney yesterday when we was driving down, and they said they were expecting it to be 5 or 6-0, which is what both of us have done. So why, Willsey? Where's the chest? Why are you not confident? You should absolutely annihilate Southampton.
Do you know what, mate? Do you know what? Arsenal are a team that could slip up against someone, and it might be these, but I mean, I would expect them not to. But I think they will slip up against the lower team sooner or later. But I don't think it'll be Southampton.
No, nor me. Chang, you've only gone for 2-0. You've been quite.
I will try to be humble and realistic. I think 2-0 sounds about right because City haven't been really at the races. I know they can eke out a win here and there, but if you look at the draw from last week, that was a bit of a surprise. So I think 2-0 is realistic, and I think a win is very likely, but 2-0 should be realistic.
Okay, interesting. Well, we've all gone for them to win, just different levels of the spectrum. Then it's Brentford Wolves, where Jimbo's done 1-1, Chang's done 2-0 Brentford, I've done 2-1 Brentford, Nick's done 2-1 Brentford. Leicester Bournemouth, 2-1 says Jimbo to Leicester. Chang's done 1-0, I've done 2-0, and Nick's gone 2-1 to Bournemouth. Manchester City Fulham, Jimbo's gone 4-1 City, Chang's gone 3-0 City, I've gone 2-1 City, Nick's gone 3-1 City. Again, we've all done City to win. West Ham Ipswich, I've done 2-2. No, I haven't. Jim's done 2-2. Chang's done 1-0 West Ham. I've done 1-1. Nick's done 1-1.
I was going to say, I don't kind of like this, the way that we had to do it this week, because I can't go against everyone. So because obviously I score quite highly, everyone's going with my predictions. So, yeah.
You talk utter nonsense.
How far am I at the top of the table? What am I top of the table? I know Jim's at the bottom, so
you're 2 points ahead of Chang.
oh, it's getting close. I think
But
I'm going to make a prediction. I reckon I'm going to be in second place after this weekend.
You're 7 points ahead of me, and you are 13 points ahead of Jimbo.
Jim's irrelevant. Jim's irrelevant in this conversation. 13 points clear after 6 games. Done. Well, unless I have a case of the Arsenal, you know.
Yeah, there is that, and bottle it. Then we've got Everton, Newcastle. Jim said 2-2. Chang said 1-1. I said 2-1 Everton. Nick said 2-1 Newcastle. Villa United. Jimbo said 2-1 United. Chang said 2-1 Villa. I said 2-1 United. Nick said 2-0 Villa. So me and Jimbo fancy Eric Ten Hag to sneak a win. Nick, are you laughing because you can't see it happening?
No, Kuva's just saying you can't compare everyone else's score, Nick. They're different. I've made a rod for my own back here. I was talking about players, Kuva. Players, footballers.
You do waffle, Nick, didn't you? You do waffle. Five games in, and you're giving it chest.
Oh,
right?
here we go. I thought he wasn't paying
5 games in, and you're giving it chest, right? Five matches in, and you're saying people are copying your scores,
6
eh?
matches in.
Someone poked the. I can't even do it. Look, what are we doing? Oh, here we go.
Poke the bear.
Poke the bear up there. I poked him. I thought you were doing your usual, Jim. Watching the telly, sending a message, asking someone to make you a cup of tea.
Liverpool playing in there. Is it Liverpool?
They are in 12 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I just put it on just so I can see. I'll put the volume down.
Go on, Chang.
Very quickly, since we are talking about United, there was something that we missed out on Tuesday. I thought was a major talking point with our 3-0 win away at Old Trafford last Sunday. Was the Bruno Fernandes red card justified? Do you think it was a red card because it's been rescinded?
No, it was a bit harsh, wasn't it, really? But because it was the rat, we was all happy.
And then
it was harsh.
After that, the red card, the follow-up red card against Porto, was it a red card?
If I'm honest, yes. On reflection, 2 of the most ridiculous red cards I've ever seen. I watched an Instagram reel earlier, right, of Steven Gerrard flying into tackles. Mm-hmm. If he was doing that now, he'd have had a red card nearly every game.
Nick, but remember, you can't compare. It's different eras. It's different eras, so you can't compare.
Exactly. You let me finish, Jim.
Look,
so exactly. It is the different eras, Jim, and that proves my point, and that's why you can't compare. Thank you, Jim. You actually validated my opinion.
Alex Crook, who is a Manchester United fan, said that he thinks that the red card against us was valid and he should have been sent off, which I was quite surprised at. I was a bit on the fence, but I think the red card in Europe was a definite red card. But it's another example of if you're a dirty player that cheats, your reputation precedes you. Romero would have got sent off, but someone like, I don't know, Porro might not have been because he's not known for getting red cards.
The thing is on reflection, when the ref saw it, I could see why he gave a red card, but VAR should have jumped in and said that he slipped. It was only his ankle that caught him. I don't think it was malicious, even though I do think he's a dirty player. So
but do you remember when Romero's foot slipped over the ball?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
and he got a red.
The one with Porto, I thought was 100% red because he got booked for a high kick. And he done exactly the same thing again. So if you don't learn by your mistake, so I thought the one at Porto was a red card. But yet again, the rat proves he's a rat.
I mean, they are. Hang on. They are.
Hang on.
What's that?
Hang on, I've got to share this.
Kate's deciding whether she's flip-flopping again. Hang on.
No, I'm sharing my screen. Hang on. I've just got to show this. This is the T-shirt as well you can buy with this on it. But this is the little gift that Ben made.
See you later, rat.
That honestly makes me laugh so much. And I love the T-shirt because the rat in it is actually really cute. And Bruno Fernandes isn't cute. But there we go. But no, there's no flip-flopping today. I'm fully aboard the Ange train. I'm 89.99% sure I'm on the Ange train, and I'm 99.99% Ange in. So no flip-flopping anywhere today. And that's me.
Yeah, and also, Paul Pablo's right. What about when the ball went over the line?
Paddy's right there. Paddy's 100% right. What he just put.
What? Where's Paul Pablo's thing?
He put what about injustice, and he said about half the ball over the line in the net, and that cost us Champions League that year, I think. Did it not?
Is that was that not Pedro Mendes's one? Was it? Yeah, I mean that was a joke. It was
I have to say, I have to jump in there and say that Kate does bring that up about at least once a week.
I do, because it hurts me, because that was such a wonderful goal and it was just snatched away.
There is actually another. Sorry, Miss Kate. Very quickly, there was actually another incident. I think it was either at Old Trafford or at the Old Lane against United that bugs me more than the Pedro Mendes halfway line shot that Roy Carroll spilled. That was the Nani against Herrero Gomez.
Yeah.
When he handled the ball and then he kicked the ball into the net before Gomez could take the goal kick. I think that's more of an injustice because absolutely nobody looked at it, and that everything about that is just wrong with how United just get away with things back in the day. So yeah, it's about time. It's about time that we saw some justice come our way.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think every time, going back to what I was saying, every time Man United are close to getting rid of Ten Hag, he sneaks himself a little bit of breathing space, which is why I think they might lose. Man United might beat Villa this weekend, as Villa might have a bit of a hangover as well from beating Bayern Munich, but we'll see. But Chelsea, Forest, Jimbo's done 3-1. Chang's done 3-0. I've done 4-2. Nick's done 3-1. So we've all done a Chelsea win. Brighton, Spurs. I'm not going to read our score out yet. Jim, and in fact, I'm not going to.
You're not going to ask us to remember what we said, are you? Because I can't remember.
No, I'm just going to talk about the game.
Okay.
Nick, can Tottenham make it 6 wins in a row against Brighton?
Yes. 6 in 6. Brennan 6 in 6. Solanke to score again. We won't have any sun. But yeah, there's going to be goals. I predict that, like I said on twice on a couple of occasions this past week, that Kuva's 7-3 or 8-4 scoreline is going to come true, and it will come true once. And this could be the game that it comes true, people.
And then Kuva can give you chest and say, I told you.
Yeah. Mr. Chang, do you think we're going to make it 6 wins in a row?
I hope so, because if there's one game that I would not want to lose in our 6-game run since the North London Derby, it will be this game. I absolutely detest losing just before a mini international break, or any international break for that matter. I just want to go into the international break full of confidence, full of positivity, something for Big Ange to then reflect upon and work on with the squad when we resume after the international break. And all the signs point towards avoiding defeat. I would hope for us to avoid defeat more than we win. For me, getting more than a point tomorrow at the Amex Stadium would be a big bonus for us. But now more so than ever, I'm feeling very positive, although I'm not going to say what most fans, especially the negative ones, will say about how Spurs let you down just when you think that things were looking up, because I don't want to sound like an Eeyore, but I do hope that we can get our second consecutive away clean sheet in the league. Although seeing our defense on Thursday night, I think we may have to rely very heavily upon Porro and Van der Ven to even get a points against Brighton, because on their day, they can really turn up. And the Amex Stadium hasn't exactly been a happy hunting ground for us, even during the Pochettino's days. But I am fairly positive, which is why I went for a 2-1 victory. I would, of course, Solanke for goals for him in 4 domestic competitive matches, and for Johnson, if he can make it 6-6, well, after this, I really hope that no one ever speaks ill of Johnson again. But win should be on the cards for us. But let's just stay very grounded and looking forward to tomorrow's match.
Yeah, I agree. Jimbo, how are you feeling about the game tomorrow?
Yeah, but I mean, like some people on this panel, I can actually remember the score that I said because I remember the scores that I said. I actually said 3-1 to Spurs, so I don't pick things out the air.
What do you mean pick things out of the air? Because I can't remember, Jim. What did you say? 3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs.
Same as me. So what are you saying?
Right.
I wish you two had stopped flirting.
I love Nick.
Very jealous, Kate.
I am.
Yeah, I think that we go up there, and I think we've got a better team than them. And I'm not going to underestimate them. Someone just said don't underestimate them. I'm not going to underestimate them. They've got a good team. I think we've got a better team, and they was in a good bit of form till Chelsea knocked the stuffing out of them. I think we go up there and get revenge, Kate. I think that this is a team that when they lose somewhere, they want to go back there and win. We saw that against Newcastle, even though we lost 2-1. We played really well and was unlucky, and a few individual errors cost us. But I think we go up to Brighton and we win the game. I don't think it's going to be a massive scoreline like everyone thinks. I think it'll be a 3-1, 3-2. I'm going to go 3-1.
Well, that's quite a big scoreline, darling, because that's like 4 or 5 goals.
That's 7-3, 6-1, or I don't think it'd be anything like that. I don't think it'd be the Chelsea scoreline, but it should be. If we can put our chances away, then it could be. But I'm going to go 3-1, and I really fancy us to get revenge up there.
Who do you fancy to score for us?
I think I would love to see. I'm going to say BJ again because I love the confidence he's got. So I'd love to see him score again. So I'm going to throw his name in there. I think Solanke will get another one and keep his role going. And I think maybe a defender, either Van der Ven or Romero. Hopefully Romero smash a header in. So.
Listen, I've gone all out for this game. I've done a 4-2 victory to Spurs, the reverse of last year's.
Oh, no. So we know what's happening now. Kate's gone positive. You know
I
what
know.
happens when Kate predicts a Spurs win.
I know. And I've done Solanke to get 1, BJ to get 2, and Pedro Porro to score a worldie. That's my prediction for our 4 goals. I think
Porro scoring a worldie would really do justice to his call up to the Spanish national team. Actually,
oh come on, let's be on a level here. Spain have no one at right back, yeah. So Porro got dropped for 34-year-old whoever it was for the Euros. So Porro was always going to get in. So
yeah.
Let's we know the real goat at right back, and that's what we were missing on Thursday night.
Apparently he was absolutely dog shit for them on Wednesday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I think that's incorrect, Kate. If I'm honest, I'm just gonna bear with me 1 minute. I'm just gonna find it.
He is such a crap player.
Sorry, what?
He's such a crap player.
He's not crap, Kate. Come on, be. Okay, he's not crap. He's not crap.
He is.
He's not crap.
Okay, I'll tell you what he is. He's not crap. He's championship level at best.
Well, he's a big.
Let me just say, Emerson Royale in the top in the rankings so far, displaying the average player rating for the Champions League, is in Milan's top 10. He's the 10th best player, 17.08.
He's the 10th best player out of 11.
No. He's the 10th best player out of all the players that have played so far in this season's competition for AC Milan. There's 23. So he's in the upper centile or whatever nonsense you want to make. He is not the worst. He's in green. He's above 7. He's not that far. The only defenders above him are Teo Hernandez, Pavlovic, and Gabia. So he's the 4th best defender in the Champions League. And he's got 3 clean sheets in a row in the league. So come with me with the hate. I'll come with the stats.
And he's also played 5 and got 2 yellow cards in the league.
Look, I've got to say here.
Of course he's going to get yellow cards. He's a defender, Kate. Defenders get more yellow cards than anyone else.
I've got to say here, right, when someone really likes a player, why does everyone have to burn on him?
Paddy, I don't hate Pedro Porro. I think Pedro Porro would be far more effective as a right winger.
Wow, Marlon. Now look, Royale is better than Werner. I think I'd probably agree with that.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't think. I think Royale was a little bit hard done by at Spurs. Honestly, I do. Yeah. He doesn't fit Ange's system.
Exactly.
In
he's
a different system,
he's not an inverted fullback or whatever they are these days.
Hang on, we get the violins out for Emerson. He was so hard done by. Oh, he's not in the system. Oh, he's not that bad. Oh, he's better than Timo. Talking of being ruthless, does Nick? Obviously, you weren't here for this. Do you think Werner starts, or do you think Moore gets the start?
I think Werner starts. I'll be very shocked if Ange has been defended Werner quite heavily in the press conference. And look, he said 4 games ago what were we saying about Brennan Johnson, and now look at what he's doing. So look, I think again it's just about decisions. He needs that goal, right? So let him get that goal, and then let's see what happens. So there's been a disallowed goal in the Palace-Liverpool game for Palace.
Liverpool.
He was offside. And no, I didn't dislike Walker on the pitch. Off the pitch, he's a rat like Bruno. So
yeah, see you later, rat.
See you later, rat.
Yeah, I think Werner starts as well. Do you expect any changes in the midfield? I know Paddy said he thinks that Ange will start the same team that played against Man United. Do you expect, what was that, Maddison, Kulu and Bentancur? Do you expect that midfield?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's literally what we should stick with, a winning formula. Unless...
I'll tell you what, Paddy in his predictions, Chang, sorry to interrupt you. Paddy in his predictions, what's he going to say? Oh, Vicario's going to be in goal. I'm going to predict that. Well, obviously, Paddy. I mean, come on, mate. What are you doing here? What are you going to say? Oh, Solanke's going to be up front. Paddy being Paddy.
Oh, dear God, Chang, carry on.
Sorry, Chang.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Just stick with the winning formula. Kulusevski is one of the first names on the team sheet, regardless of who's playing the number 10 or who's playing the number 6 or even the number 8 beside him. If Bentancur is still available, if he's not going to be suspended or penalized just yet for his comments by the FA, then stick with him because the moment he gets suspended, then that midfield is going to be looking rather light. But we have options. Pepe Matasar, 2 Europa League goals in 2 European games. That's good for him. And it's going to be a toss-up between either him or Bissouma, who subs on for either one of Kulusevski or Bentancur if we find ourselves leading at halftime. Just stick with the same the same midfield tree as we did from last Sunday. And if things are looking good for us, then rest some players because we are going to need all of them fully fit once the mini international break is over.
Yeah, I assume, Nick, that your starting 11 is the same as it was against Man United.
Well, of course it is, but it's not obvious, isn't it? So I don't know why Paddy's saying my starting 11 is the same as Ange's starting as 11. My manager, my players, my team, my club. So my club. So look, you're just trying to predict something that is just like, it's like saying if you're going to wake up and you're going to look out and there's going to be clouds in the sky. Of course there is. It's England. The weather's crap. Well done.
Not here. It's absolutely glorious here.
I mean, I'd say it's nice. I mean, I probably should cut the grass because it'll probably be the last opportunity, but I can't be bothered. So I'll let it grow, and I'll have to deal with it in 6 months' time when it's a little bit long.
Yeah,
so, but it is glorious. It is glorious.
Jimbo, are you in agreement that it's going to be the same team that was started against Man U?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, sorry, I had you on mute. Yeah, I think it should be, Kate. But looking forward to Sonny coming back. I really am. I think he gives the players a lift when he's around. I think he should be.
Do we know when this Bentancur ban's going to be
I don't
decided?
understand. I was just looking, right? So he had until September the 19th to appeal. Well, it's the 5th of October. So what's taking them so long?
That's what I'm wondering.
It's like, what? So the 19th, so 11. We're nearly 3 weeks. Surely that's the appeal, unless they've appealed. But they haven't said we haven't said we've appealed, have we?
No. I don't know what's going on, but I wish we knew one way or the other.
Maybe passing a few brown envelopes, giving them a few invites to the Spurs stadium and saying, let's just forget about it.
Yeah.
Because we're going into the international break, and then by the time that's done, the next game is in 2 weeks' time, which is on my birthday, by the way, in 2 weeks' time. So that's going to be over a month, and we still don't know.
Yeah, I know.
What will happen is they'll see what they'll do is they'll wait, right? The FA will wait until little Spurs have surprised everyone and have got through in competitions, and then they'll go, oh, he's banned in all competitions from the Man City game onwards, or something stupid like that, you know?
Yeah. I hope he's not banned because he's in great form at the minute, and it would be a real shame. But look, that was the show. Nick, are you on anywhere before? Well, I assume you're on Monday. I don't know, with your schedule and your secretary being sacked. Are you around on Monday?
Monday. What time are we going Monday?
12.
No, so I'm not available Monday.
See?
I'm being taken by my daughter to the F1 exhibition at XL. So.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, her first paycheck from her first job. Obviously, it's her first paycheck from her first job. What a stupid thing to say, Nick. So yeah, she's been working at H&M for the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and she decided that she wanted to take her dad out for his birthday. She wanted to pay for lunch, and I was like, "You're not paying for lunch as well." So yeah, bless her. So we're going there on Monday.
Would it be easier than if we did it on Tuesday?
Yeah, no, because I'm going to be in Northampton on Tuesday.
Okay, we'll just do it without you on Monday.
You just do it without me. I'm sure AJ will super sub in for me. He'll be just as controversial. You might as well get the one Emerson Royale lover to another. Just get him in. Stop the fight.
No Tottenham TV watch along or anything planned for the weekend, Nicholas?
No, I was invited to the game, but unfortunately, I have the kids this weekend, and I thought I better spend some time with them.
That is more important, Nick.
Otherwise, well, Matt, yeah, it is important, but I don't want the grief from the ex-wife. You know, that's more important. She's an absolute dick, so you can send her this. It's absolutely fine. I don't care.
Mr. Chang, any plans for any streams the weekend?
Tomorrow I should have 2 streams lined up, maybe a possible third, but the third one's kind of late, so I'm going to stick with appearing on Jose Garcia's members calling show. That's going to be at 10 a.m. And then for the 4:30 p.m. kickoff, I'm looking forward to doing a live watch along with Jose Garcia and Mr. Colin Sievers. I think it's going to be on LTEL, but we're still working on that. And after the watch along, if I can still stay up that late, there's going to be an 8 p.m. show with Mr. Ian Meth, Adrian Stroker, and possibly Queen Ellie if she's able to connect from Cyprus. I think she's still there. If not, it's just going to be the 3 of us at 8 p.m. on Sunday. And all of that is before our scheduled Monday noon show to discuss the weekend's fixtures.
Excellent, excellent. And Jimbo and I will be doing the pre-match pump up on We Are Tottenham TV on Sunday at 3 o'clock with Jacob, the ledge. Jimbo,
Any phone calls? Did I miss Mickey Hazard update? I think that needs to be incorporated into your shows, Kate, because there needs to be a breaking news Mickey Hazard update. I spoke to him for 40 minutes. We spoke about this, you know.
We did speak, but there's no update. He's fine.
So you've gone from a week of 40-minute phone calls, last word on Spurs, We Are Tottenham TV, to nothing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, we was actually invited to meet Mickey on Friday, but we couldn't make it because of appointments and whatnot. So we shall see him next time. But he's fine. And the charity is still open. I'm trying desperately to get it. We're over 1,500 now. We've just got less than 300 to try and get it up to 1,800. So I did do a full show with name dropping, and I did that on purpose to prove it can be done. But I shan't do it again because I know you all like to play bingo.
Kate's bingo. We got little cards, Kate.
That's what I mean.
Football Terrace, Mickey Hazard, We Are Tottenham TV, last word on Spurs.
Yeah, me and Ricky.
Someone followed me on Twitter.
Yes, Anthony Costa followed me on Twitter from Blue. And Ricky Sachs followed me, bless him. Lovely Ricky, such a nice man. And
I met Ricky. Yeah, we got drunk at the last Football Content Awards at Anfield. So yeah,
had a great time on the show. They were so nice.
A good bunch, the last word on Spurs bunch.
They are. So Jimbo, over to you. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, there is something I want to say. I'm going to pick my words very, very carefully here because I think anybody who knows me in the WhatsApp groups and online, I'm not down to slagging people down and on YouTube or on social media. So I choose my words very carefully. Kate brought up a comment the other day that someone got offended to. Someone said about someone's wife, they feel sorry for their wife. And Kate brought the comment up. And like she does most comments, and then took it off straight away. And some people decided to jump on the bandwagon with this. Now, Kate's messaged that person privately or on some sort of social media and said it was a miserror of judgment. Now, anybody out there with a YouTube channel, I defy you to tell me someone who's not brought a comment up by accident and then took it off and thought I shouldn't have done that. Now, I'm man enough to apologise for that because obviously they were offended by it. So because I am a man, right, and I don't go on YouTube or on social media and slag down females, I'm man enough to apologise for a mistake that's happened. So all you people out there that are on YouTube, no names mentioned, all you cretins and all you scumbags that like to bring up women's names on YouTube or on social media, I'll tell you what to do. Right? I'm not going to get angry. I'm going to stay calm.
He's having a bit of tea.
Go and look in the mirror, right, and ask yourself, am I a nice guy? Am I a scumbag? Do I bring women's name up and do I defy children on social media, right? And any of you who are offended by this, right, obviously it's you that's doing it. That's all I've got to say. So give your head a wobble and think to yourself, am I a nice guy? If you do shit like that, you're not a nice guy. You're not a man, because any man wouldn't do that. No man would go on social media or on fucking Twitter or YouTube and defy a woman or a child or even other men, come to think of it. They wouldn't do it because men don't do that. So a real man will watch what I'm saying now and say, yeah, this guy's fucking right. But people shouldn't do that. So if you're looking in the mirror and you're saying that I said that about a woman or about a child or about someone else on YouTube, you're not a man. Remember that. And remember this as well. You poke the fucking bear once too often, the bear's going to poke back. That's all I've got to say.
Oh, there we go. That
I
ended.
don't know about UK, but I got a little bit turned on by that.
I am. I'm going to go and ravish Jim. I like it when he gets all manly. He's going to drag me by my hair to the bedroom now, I hope.
Well, I do. I am horrible to Kate in the bedroom. I admit that.
No,
Anyway, that just got a bit weird. Mummy and
Jim, I
Daddy, can we not talk about these things?
Mummy and Daddy. Look, Jim, appreciate your words. And yeah, well, YouTube's a strange place. I'm going to end it there because it is a strange place. Like nothing I've ever encountered in my life. But yeah, it is what it is. We've not allowed ourselves to be drawn into anything, and yeah, that's we can hold our heads up high, all of us.
We can do, and also, Jimbo, just to add, if you want to come and have a conversation, have a conversation. Don't again, Jimbo, like you said, if you're going to be a man, come and have a conversation.
Yeah.
So let's have a conversation. I'll be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You know where I'll be. So if you want to come and have a conversation, we'll have a conversation. Not a problem. But there you go.
There we go. There we go. But choose kindness, people. Choose to be nice to other people. It costs nothing, and the world would be a much better place if everyone was just a little bit nicer to each other. But Jimbo, now we've got the serious stuff out of the way, I'm going to have to ask you to end the show as only you can.
Well, we are going to win. I can tell you that now because it's going to be 6 in a row. BJ will score. I'm very confident about that. And Solanke, the third goal could be anyone. But we will go up there and we will win. And all the haters and all the doubters, they're starting to turn a little bit now. Some of them, I've seen it. So come on, you fucking Spurs.
There we go. Have a great weekend, everyone. Come on, you Spurs.